It was the set of the Academy Award-winning film One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Now the Oregon State Hospital is turning into a museum that shines a light on the dark history of psychiatric medicine. K2 photojournalist Gino Corridori toured the facility and found that society has come a long way since the days of lobotomies and electroshock therapy.
Then it happened to me. I became a patient in the institution. That was in July of 1947.
These were people whose lives were lived in this hospital. There were people born here, there were people who died here.
My condition was nervous exhaustion brought on by too many hours of strenuous labor and insufficient sleep.
There were certainly stigmas attached to being in this hospital at all. There's still stigmas attached to mental illness. Frank Smith was often a guest of the state. He was finally diagnosed in 1907 as having schizophrenia. You know, there's some people who have trouble looking at the restraints, others have trouble looking at the shock therapy treatments, the lobotomy tables. All those things have certain triggers for certain people.
It sounds incredible that people would do something like a frontal lobotomy, but at the time that's the best they had, and they weren't out to hurt people, they were out to help them. But we want to show it like this, so actually somebody getting one here and the story that goes with it, because it was a very important part of the history of psychiatric care in the United States and the world.
Elizabeth Myers was here in the 1880s. She was diagnosed with chronic melancholia. She had depression. So this is the original television that was used in the movie One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. A lot of people focused their attention on this hospital because of this movie. And people were very powerfully impacted by the story of the movie, which was the battle of the individual against the institution. We're talking about thousands and thousands of people.
At its peak, the hospital housed more than 3,000 people. Today, there are around 800 patients. The museum in Salem is open Tuesday, Friday, and Saturdays.